The Emperor of the MX Dolly Star Empire called out, "Someone give the report on the Terran Alliance and tell me if it is worth integrating the humans into our workforce. Permission to speak freely, without reprisal, Your Majesty?" His chief of intelligence, prominent executive Chuck, immediately responded. "Permission granted," the Emperor replied. "Thank you, Your Majesty." "Forgive me, but are you out of your mind? The humans are crazy, insane, and everything else. Declaring war on them, let alone enslaving them, is a recipe for disaster," Chuck said over the roars of outrage from the Emperor's supporters. "They may seem united, but they are as factional as supporters of different sports teams. Unless something unites them, like someone declaring war on them, they have no single political structure. They are governed by dozens of groups, each representing a different political structure. Some allow full control of their territories, others allow voting on decisions made by politicians, and a few are totalitarian, resembling monarchies. In terms of FTL capability, they may be the youngest species within the galaxy, but all their ships are outfitted with mass-produced FTL drives. They can disperse in all directions, and their military is more divided than sand on the coast, each division different from the next, with no unity between individual units. Even their weapons differ, with some using energy-based systems and others using archaic kinetic weaponry. They cannot decide on a single military doctrine. During their first contact war, they employed 20 to 30 different strategies each month, from massive frontal charges to focused assaults causing havoc behind enemy lines. Their economy is far superior to ours in structure and flexibility. They can convert entire sectors of their economy into war production facilities, and then revert back once the war is over, Chuck concluded. "So what is the problem then?" one of the Emperor's bootlickers asked. "If threatened, humans will unite into a singular entity, acting like a hive mind. During my visit to the Sol system, I discovered that humans are Deathworlders. Their planet, Earth or Terra, can be classified as a Class II agricultural world, but on the surface, global temperatures are higher than our home world, with deserts ready to evaporate all fluid from your body, sweltering rainforests, and icy regions where moisture is lower than in deserts," Chuck continued, smiling at the horrified looks on the counselors' faces. "Humans don't just survive. They evolved and revel in their planet's infernal climates. They have armed forces dedicated to fighting in every ecosystem. The worst part is something called the Internet, a collective database of immeasurable size accessible to every human. It includes vivid images I still try to forget. They have MMO games, which aren't games but training for savage soldiers, commanders, and mass murderers, some modeled after members of the galactic community," Chuck explained. "It gets worse. Ethanol alcohol, poisonous to most galactic individuals, is consumed daily by humans. Nations like Ireland, Russia, the United States, Germany, and Australia can drink us under the table and then continue challenging others. If you encounter an intoxicated human, it's advisable to run for your life," Chuck warned. "Their food is exceptional, though. I brought back numerous tomes on their culinary arts," Chuck added just as a messenger burst in. "Your Majesty, forgive the intrusion," the soldier called out, holding the seal of the intelligence department. "Report, soldier," the Emperor commanded. "The Haxus Dominion has declared war on the humans, intending to enslave them. I bet my collection of books on human culinary arts that the humans will win the war in a year," Chuck sighed. "I'll take that bet," the Minister of War said. "I bet my personal heavy cruiser that the Dominion will destroy the Terran Alliance in at least 5 years." Reports came in the next week of the human victory during the first battle at the edge of Sol and the subsequent nuking of several Haxus military outposts, forcing the Haxus leadership into peace talks with the humans after they threatened other worlds with their dreaded weapons. "Did you expect this to happen?" the Emperor asked Chuck on the observation deck of his new personal cruiser. "I didn't know humans still had such weapons. I thought they dismantled them 200 years ago," Chuck responded. "What did you expect then?" the Emperor's consort asked. "I expected the Terran Navy to rout the Haxus fleet and invade Haxus Prime itself," Chuck replied. "Surely, they are not that stupid," the Emperor said. "I did say they were crazy, didn't I?" Chuck said. "Wait, crazy is too polite a term for what humans really are." The Emperor sat back, pondering the depth of Chuck's report. "You paint a picture of a formidable species, Chuck. One that thrives on chaos and adapts with alarming efficiency. What about their psychological profile?" Chuck nodded. "Humans are driven by a complex blend of emotions and instincts. They are capable of immense compassion and brutal savagery. Their history is filled with acts of extraordinary kindness and horrific violence. This duality makes them unpredictable. The emperor's advisors listened intently. One spoke up. What about their culture? Can we use it to our advantage? Human culture is as diverse as their political systems. They have countless languages, traditions, and belief systems. Their arts reflect their chaotic nature, beautiful, yet often violent. This diversity is a strength and a weakness. It fosters innovation but also division, Chuck explained. Are they technologically on par with us? The Minister of Science asked. They are resourceful and innovative. While we might have superior star output and infrastructure, humans have a knack for rapid technological advancements. They can reverse engineer alien tech and integrate it seamlessly. Their recent developments in AI and cyber warfare are particularly concerning, Chuck answered. Let's not forget their military capabilities, Chuck continued. Despite their divided forces, human soldiers are incredibly adaptable. Their special forces operate in extreme environments, from deserts to frozen tundras. They employ a wide range of tactics, often unconventional and highly effective. Is there no weakness we can exploit? An advisor asked, desperation creeping into his voice. Chuck smiled grimly. Their greatest weakness is also their strength, their unpredictability. They might fight among themselves, but when faced with a common enemy, they become a single devastating force. If we could keep them divided, perhaps we could manage them. But uniting them against us would be catastrophic. The Emperor tapped his fingers on the armrest, deep in thought. So we must tread carefully. Any direct confrontation might backfire. Perhaps subtle manipulation is the key. Can we influence their factions to keep them at odds with each other? Possible, but risky. Humans have a strong sense of justice and an uncanny ability to uncover plots. If they suspect manipulation, they could unite faster than we anticipate, Chuck warned. After a long silence, the Emperor stood. We must proceed with caution. No direct actions against them, at least for now. Continue observing and gathering intelligence. Look for opportunities to influence without being detected. We must understand them better before making any bold moves. Yes, Your Majesty, Chuck and the other advisors responded in unison. Months passed with no major incidents until another urgent message arrived. Your Majesty, forgive the interruption. We have detected a new human fleet entering our territory. Report, soldier, the Emperor commanded, his voice tense. It appears they are not here for war, but seeking an alliance. Their ambassador requests an audience with you. Chuck and the Emperor exchanged looks. En alliance? What could they possibly want? Let's find out, the Emperor said. Prepare the Grand Hall. We shall meet this ambassador and hear what they have to say. This could be an opportunity to learn more about them, or perhaps even sway them to our cause. The Grand Hall was adorned with the finest decorations as the human ambassador entered. He was tall, with a calm demeanor and piercing eyes. He bowed respectfully. Your Majesty, I come on behalf of the Terran Alliance with a proposal that could benefit both our peoples. The Emperor motioned for him to continue. The ambassador spoke of mutual interests, shared threats from other galactic factions, and the potential for technological and cultural exchange. After the ambassador's departure, the Emperor gathered his advisors. What do we make of this? Chuck leaned forward. It's a bold move. They might be genuine, or it could be a ploy. Either way, we stand to gain valuable insights. I suggest we proceed with caution, establish a temporary alliance, and keep our intelligence operations active. The Emperor nodded, agreed. We will extend a hand of friendship, but remain vigilant. The humans are a formidable species, and we must never underestimate them. The following week saw an unprecedented collaboration between the MX Dali Star Empire and the Terran Alliance. Joint scientific ventures, cultural exchanges, and military exercises began to foster a tentative trust. The Emperor watched as his empire adapted to this new alliance. Perhaps, in time, we will find a way to coexist peacefully. But for now, we keep our eyes open and our guards up. The future with humanity is uncertain, but it is a path we must tread carefully. As months turned into years, the relationship between the two civilizations evolved. There were moments of tension and times of cooperation. The humans, with their resilience and adaptability, continued to surprise the Empire. In his private chamber, the Emperor reflected on the journey so far. We have much to learn from each other, and the road ahead is long. But one thing is certain, the humans have changed the galaxy forever, and we must adapt or be left behind. Chuck, standing beside him, nodded in agreement. Indeed, Your Majesty. The humans are a force unlike any we have encountered, and our story with them has only just begun. And so, the MX Dolly Star Empire and the Terran Alliance embarked on a new chapter, one filled with potential and peril, united by a fragile but growing understanding. The alliance between the MX Dolly Star Empire and the Terran Alliance brought about significant changes. Joint councils were established to address shared concerns, and diplomats from both sides worked tirelessly to maintain the delicate balance of trust. Despite the growing cooperation, some within the Empire remained skeptical. In the shadows, a faction led by General Lothar began to voice dissent, arguing that humans were too unpredictable and dangerous to be trusted. General Lothar gathered his supporters in a hidden chamber. We cannot allow our Emperor to be blinded by this alliance. The humans will turn on us the moment it benefits them. One of his lieutenants nodded. What do you propose, General? We need to undermine this alliance from within. We will start by sabotaging joint operations and spreading distrust among our people, Lothar declared. Meanwhile, Chuck and the Emperor sensed the growing unrest. We have to address these concerns, Your Majesty. If we don't, it could lead to civil war, Chuck warned. The Emperor sighed. I know, old friend. We need to find a way to strengthen this alliance and prove its worth to our people. The Emperor called for a grand summit between the leaders of both civilizations. The goal was to solidify the alliance with a bold new initiative, a joint exploration mission to the uncharted regions of the galaxy. We will send our best scientists and explorers, human and MX Dolly alike, to discover new worlds and technologies. This mission will symbolize our unity and shared purpose, the Emperor announced. The joint exploration vessel, named Unity, launched with great fanfare. On board were representatives from both civilizations, eager to work together and uncover the galaxy's secrets. Among them were Captain Zara of the Terran Alliance and Commander Ral of the MX Dolly Star Empire. This mission is more than just exploration, Captain Zara said to her crew. It's about proving that we can work together, that our alliance is strong. As Unity ventured into the unknown, the crew encountered breathtaking new worlds and formidable challenges. They discovered ancient alien ruins, faced hostile environments, and dealt with internal tensions. Commander Ral, initially wary of the humans, began to see their strengths. You humans are resilient, adaptable, and full of surprises, he admitted to Captain Zara. And you, Commander Ral, are wise, disciplined, and strategic. Together, we make a formidable team, she replied. Back in the Empire, General Lothar's sabotage efforts reached a critical point. An attempt to undermine a joint military exercise nearly resulted in a catastrophic incident. Chuck, with his keen intelligence network, uncovered Lothar's plot. General Lothar has been working to destroy our alliance from the inside, Chuck reported to the Emperor. The Emperor's eyes narrowed. Arrest him and his conspirators. We will not tolerate betrayal. General Lothar and his followers were brought to trial. The evidence against them was overwhelming, and they were found guilty of treason. The Emperor addressed his people. Let this be a lesson. Our strength lies in our unity. Those who seek to divide us will be dealt with swiftly. The uncovering of the plot and the successful handling of the crisis strengthened the alliance. Both civilizations realized the importance of their partnership and worked harder to build trust. On board Unity, the crew received the news with a mix of relief and determination. We have to show them that this alliance is worth fighting for, Captain Zara said. Years passed, and the alliance flourished. The joint exploration mission returned with groundbreaking discoveries that benefited both civilizations. Trade, cultural exchanges, and scientific collaborations became commonplace. The Emperor stood before a vast audience of humans and MX Dolly. We have come a long way, but our journey is just beginning. Together, we will reach new heights and explore the farthest corners of the galaxy. Our alliance is a beacon of hope and a testament to what we can achieve together. Chuck, standing beside him, smiled. Who would have thought, Your Majesty, that humans would become such integral partners in our empire's future? The Emperor nodded. Indeed, old friend. The galaxy is vast, and our alliance with humanity has shown us that our greatest strength lies in our ability to adapt and work together. The future is bright, and we face it united. The alliance's success inspired a new generation of leaders, scientists, and explorers. Young humans and MX Dolly trained together, learning from each other's strengths and forging bonds that transcended their differences. One such young leader, Lieutenant Mara, a human, stood on the deck of the next exploration vessel, Horizon, ready to lead her crew into the unknown. Beside her, Lieutenant Coral and MX Dolly shared her excitement. "Ready to make history, Coral?" Mara asked, her eyes sparkling with determination. "Always, Mara. Together, we'll continue the legacy of unity and discover new worlds," Coral replied. As Horizon launched into the vast expanse of space, the Emperor and Chuck watched from the observation deck. The sight filled them with hope and pride. "Our journey with humanity has only just begun, Chuck. The possibilities are endless," the Emperor said. Chuck nodded. "Yes, Your Majesty. Together, we will explore the farthest reaches of the galaxy and beyond. The future holds endless possibilities for the MX Dolly Star Empire and the Terran Alliance." And so, the MX Dolly Star Empire and the Terran Alliance embarked on their endless journey, exploring, learning, and growing together, united by a shared vision and the boundless possibilities of the galaxy. The newfound harmony between the MX Dolly Star Empire and the Terran Alliance was soon tested by a new and unforeseen threat. Reports began to filter in of a powerful and mysterious alien race, known only as the Varex, emerging from the depths of uncharted space, conquering and assimilating any civilization in their path. "We need to act swiftly," Captain Zara urged during an emergency council meeting aboard Unity. "The Varex are a threat to both our civilizations." Commander Rao nodded in agreement. "We must put aside any lingering distrust and focus on this new enemy." The Emperor called for a joint war council. "We have faced challenges together before, but this is unlike anything we've encountered. We need a united front." Chuck presented the intelligence they had on the Varex. "They possess advanced technology and have a hive mind structure. Their strength lies in their unity and single-minded purpose. We must outsmart them by leveraging our diversity and adaptability." The Council devised a strategy combining the strengths of both militaries. Human ingenuity and MX Dolly discipline will be key to countering the Varex threat. As the fleet prepared for battle, old rivalries were put aside. Human and MX Dolly soldiers trained together, sharing techniques and learning from one another. Lieutenant Mara and Lieutenant Coral worked tirelessly to ensure the crews were ready. "We need to be a well-oiled machine," Mara said. "No room for error," Coral agreed. "Our survival depends on our unity and cooperation. Let's show the Varex what we're made of." The combined fleet, under the banner of the Alliance, met the Varex forces on the outskirts of a strategic star system. The battle was fierce and brutal, with both sides suffering heavy losses. Captain Zara and Commander Rao led the charge, their ships executing complex maneuvers that confused and disrupted the Varex formations. Despite the ferocity of the enemy, the Alliance held their ground. The battle raged on for days. Using their advanced AI and cyber warfare tactics, the humans managed to infiltrate the Varex communication network, causing chaos within their ranks. The MX Dolly, with their superior starship tactics, capitalized on the confusion, launching precision strikes that crippled key Varex vessels. In the heat of battle, Lieutenant Mara and Lieutenant Coral led a daring raid on the Varex flagship, managing to disable its command systems. Their bravery and ingenuity turned the tide of the battle in the Alliance's favor. With the Varex fleet in disarray, the Alliance launched a final all-out assault. The combined might of human and MX Dolly forces overwhelmed the Varex, forcing them to retreat. Cheers erupted throughout the fleet as the last Varex ship was driven back. The victory was hard-earned, and the losses were significant, but the Alliance had proven their strength. In the aftermath of the battle, the leaders of the MX Dolly Star Empire and the Terran Alliance met to assess their victory and plan for the future. The Varex threat had been repelled, but the war had revealed the true potential of their alliance. The Emperor addressed his people. "We have faced a great threat and emerged victorious. This victory is not just ours, but a testament to the strength of our unity. Together, we are unstoppable." Chuck and Captain Zara stood together, watching as the damaged ships were repaired and the wounded tended to. "We've come a long way," Zara said. "But there's still much to be done." Chuck nodded. "Indeed. The Varex were a formidable enemy, but they won't be the last. We must continue to strengthen our alliance and be ready for whatever comes next." In the following months, efforts were made to solidify the alliance. Joint training exercises, shared technological advancements, and cultural exchanges became the norm. Trust grew, and the bond between the two civilizations deepened. Lieutenant Mara and Lieutenant Coral, now heroes of the battle, became symbols of unity and cooperation. They were frequently called upon to speak at events, inspiring the next generation of leaders and soldiers. As peace settled across their territories, the Alliance began to look beyond mere survival. Ambitious projects were launched, including the construction of a massive space station that would serve as a hub for joint operations and a symbol of their unity. The Emperor, speaking at the station's inauguration, declared, "This station, named Unity Prime, represents the dawn of a new era. Together, we will explore the far reaches of the galaxy, seeking knowledge and peace." Despite the successes, the path ahead was not without its challenges. There were still those within both civilizations who harbored distrust and resentment. The Alliance worked tirelessly to address these issues, fostering understanding and cooperation. Captain Zara and Commander Rao, now serving as senior advisors, played crucial roles in these efforts. Their experience and wisdom helped guide the Alliance through turbulent times. During a routine exploration mission, a joint research team discovered an ancient alien artifact with immense power. The artifact, dubbed the Starheart, had the potential to revolutionize technology and energy production. However, its discovery also attracted the attention of other, more hostile factions within the galaxy. The Alliance found itself in a race against time to unlock the Starheart's secrets and protect it from falling into the wrong hands. The Alliance assembled a special task force to study and safeguard the Starheart. Lieutenant Mara and Lieutenant Coral were chosen to lead the team, given their proven track record and unwavering dedication. "We must ensure the Starheart remains a force for good," Mara said, examining the ancient relic. Coral nodded. "And we must be ready to defend it against any who would seek to use it for harm." As word of the Starheart spread, a powerful warlord named Dracones emerged from the shadows, determined to claim the artifact for himself. His forces, known for their brutality and cunning, posed a significant threat. Dracones sent a message to the Alliance: surrender the Starheart or face annihilation. The Alliance had no intention of surrendering the Starheart. They fortified their defenses and prepared for the inevitable confrontation. The Unity Prime space station became the focal point of their efforts, a bastion of hope and resilience. "We faced worse before and emerged stronger," Captain Zara said to the assembled fleet. "We will protect the Starheart and our future." Dracones' forces launched a massive assault on Unity Prime. The battle was fierce, with both sides suffering heavy casualties. The Alliance, utilizing their combined strengths, managed to hold their ground, but the situation grew increasingly dire. In the heat of battle, Lieutenant Mara and Lieutenant Coral led a daring counterattack, targeting the heart of Dracones' fleet. Their bravery and strategic brilliance turned the tide, crippling Dracones' forces and forcing a retreat. The battle was won, but at a great cost. Many lives were lost, and Unity Prime was heavily damaged. The Alliance mourned their fallen but celebrated their hard-earned victory. The Emperor addressed the survivors. "We have faced yet another trial and emerged victorious. Our unity and determination have seen us through. We honor those who have sacrificed their lives for our future." In the aftermath, the Alliance focused on rebuilding. Unity Prime was repaired and strengthened, symbolizing the resilience and determination of the MX Dali Star Empire and the Terran Alliance. Chuck and Captain Zara, reflecting on the recent events, knew that the road ahead would be filled with challenges. "We've come a long way, but our journey is far from over," Zara said. Chuck nodded. "We must remain vigilant, always ready to face new threats. But with our alliance, I believe we can overcome anything." Years passed, and the alliance between the MX Dali Star Empire and the Terran Alliance continued to thrive. The Starheart secrets were gradually unlocked, leading to technological advancements that benefited both civilizations. The story of their alliance became a legend, inspiring other species across the galaxy to seek unity and cooperation. The legacy of Unity Prime and the heroes who defended it endured, a testament to the power of collaboration and the indomitable spirit of both the MX Dali and the humans. As the Alliance looked to the future, new challenges and opportunities lay ahead. The galaxy was vast and full of mysteries waiting to be explored. The spirit of unity and cooperation that had brought them this far would continue to guide them. The Emperor, Chuck, Captain Zara, and Commander Rao stood together, watching as the next generation of explorers prepared to embark on their own journeys. "We have shown what we can achieve together," the Emperor said. "Now it is up to the future to carry our legacy forward." And so the MX Dali Star Empire and the Terran Alliance faced the future with hope and determination, ready to conquer whatever lay ahead, united in their quest for peace, knowledge, and exploration. With the Verax threat behind them and the Starheart secure, the MX Dolly Star Empire and the Terran Alliance turned their attention to a new frontier, the unexplored regions of the galaxy. Joint missions were launched to chart unknown territories, seeking new worlds, resources, and potential allies. Lieutenant Mara and Lieutenant Coral, now seasoned leaders, were chosen to lead the flagship mission aboard the newly commissioned vessel, Intrepid. Their mission, to explore the galactic rim and establish contact with any civilizations they encountered. Intrepid's journey took them to worlds beyond their wildest imaginations. From lush, vibrant planets teeming with life to barren, hostile landscapes, each discovery brought new challenges and opportunities. On a jungle world named Zelos, the team encountered the Zen, a peaceful but technologically advanced race. The Zen welcomed the Alliance explorers, eager to share their knowledge and culture. "We have much to learn from each other," said an elder Lyris, extending a hand of friendship. "Let this be the beginning of a fruitful relationship." As the Alliance forged new relationships, diplomatic efforts became crucial. Mara and Coral, along with a team of diplomats, worked tirelessly to ensure smooth interactions with the various species they encountered. On the ocean world of Pharos, they negotiated a trade agreement with the aquatic Firin, exchanging advanced technology for rare minerals found only in the planet's deep trenches. "This partnership will benefit us all," Firin Ambassador Rylus remarked. While the Alliance focused on exploration and diplomacy, a hidden threat began to emerge. A rogue faction of the Verex, remnants of their defeated fleet, had regrouped and were plotting revenge. Their leader, General Xeroc, harbored a deep hatred for the Alliance and vowed to destroy it. "We will rise from the ashes and crush those who humiliated us," Xeroc declared, rallying his forces in secret. During a mission to a desolate moon, the crew of Intrepid encountered a mysterious signal. Following it, they discovered an ancient, abandoned station belonging to an extinct race known as the Korax. Within the station, they found advanced technology and a sentient AI named Vela. "I have been waiting for a worthy civilization to find me," Vela said. "I can offer knowledge and aid, but I sense a great danger approaching." Mara and Coral decided to bring Vela aboard Intrepid, hoping her knowledge would be invaluable in the uncertain times ahead. The rogue Verex launched a surprise attack on a newly established Alliance outpost. The ferocity and precision of the assault caught the defenders off guard, resulting in significant losses. News of the attack reached Unity Prime, sending shockwaves through the Alliance. The Emperor convened an emergency council. "We cannot allow the Verex to undermine our hard-won peace. We must respond decisively." The Alliance mobilized its fleets, preparing for a counteroffensive. Chuck, now a senior advisor, coordinated the efforts. "We must strike swiftly and show the Verex that we will not be intimidated." Captain Zara and Commander Ral took command of the main fleet, while Intrepid was tasked with a crucial reconnaissance mission to uncover the Verex's plans. The Alliance fleet engaged the Verex in a fierce battle near the Resolute Nebula. Both sides fought valiantly, but the Alliance's superior strategy and coordination began to turn the tide. Mara and Coral, aboard Intrepid, provided critical intelligence, pinpointing weak points in the Verex defenses. Their efforts allowed Captain Zara and Commander Ral to deliver a decisive blow, crippling the Verex fleet. With the Verex forces in disarray, the Alliance launched a final assault on General Xeroc's stronghold. Mara, Coral, and a select team infiltrated the base, aiming to capture Xeroc and end the threat once and for all. In a tense showdown, Mara confronted Xeroc. "Your quest for revenge ends here," she declared. Xeroc sneered. "You may have won the battle, but the war is far from over." With a swift strike, Mara subdued Xeroc, bringing him to justice and securing the Alliance's victory. The defeat of the Verex rogue faction brought a period of reflection and rebuilding. The Alliance strengthened its defenses and continued its exploration efforts, always mindful of the potential threats lurking in the shadows. Captain Zara addressed the Alliance Council. "We have faced many challenges, but each one has made us stronger. We must remain vigilant and continue to build a future of peace and cooperation." As the years passed, the alliance between the MX Dolly Star Empire and the Terran Alliance became a model for interstellar cooperation. The lessons learned and the bonds forged during their trials served as a foundation for a brighter future. Mara and Coral, now seasoned veterans, looked back on their journey with pride. "We've come a long way, my friend," Mara said. Coral nodded. "And we've proven that together, there's nothing we can't overcome." With the galaxy at their feet and the spirit of unity guiding them, the MX Dolly Star Empire and the Terran Alliance continued to explore the unknown, seeking new frontiers and opportunities. The Intrepid, now a legendary vessel, led the charge into the uncharted regions of space. Mara and Coral stood on the bridge, ready for whatever lay ahead. "Onward to new adventures," Mara said, her eyes filled with determination. "To the stars and beyond," Coral replied, sharing her resolve. As the Intrepid ventured into the vastness of space, the Alliance's legacy of unity, courage, and resilience shone brightly. The future was full of promise, and the bond between the MX-Dali Star Empire and the Terran Alliance remained unbreakable. The Emperor, Chuck, Captain Zara, and Commander Ral watched from Unity Prime, their hearts filled with hope. Together, they had forged a path to a new dawn, a future where peace and exploration would guide their way. And so, the story of the MX-Dali Star Empire and the Terran Alliance continued, a testament to the power of unity and the endless possibilities that lay beyond the stars. As the Intrepid charted new sectors of the galaxy, they encountered an anomaly unlike anything they had seen before, a massive, pulsating energy field that defied all known physics. Mara ordered the ship to approach cautiously. "This could be a significant discovery," Coral said, examining the readings. "Or a trap." The crew prepared for anything, scanning the anomaly from every angle. Suddenly, a bright light enveloped the ship, and they found themselves transported to an unknown region of space. The anomaly had brought them to a long-forgotten corner of the galaxy. Before them lay the remnants of a once great civilization. Ancient, crumbling cities floated amidst the stars, and strange energy signatures flickered throughout the ruins. Mara led a team to the surface of the nearest structure. "Let's see what we can learn about these people." As they explored the ruins, they uncovered advanced technology and inscriptions hinting at a cataclysmic event that had wiped out the civilization. The more they investigated, the more they realized the civilization's knowledge could revolutionize their own. They discovered vast data archives containing information on energy manipulation, advanced medicine, and interdimensional travel. Coral was particularly fascinated by a device that appeared to harness and control dark energy. "If we can understand this technology, it could change everything." But the more they uncovered, the more they realized that the civilization had been destroyed by its own creations. The cautionary tale was clear. Immense power came with immense responsibility. As they delved deeper, they encountered holographic projections of the civilization's leaders, known as the Guardians. The Guardians had left messages, warning future explorers of the dangers they faced. "We failed to control the power we created," one Guardian said. "Learn from our mistakes or face the same fate." The messages left Mara and her team with much to ponder. They knew they had to handle their discoveries with care and respect. With their findings cataloged and analyzed, Intrepid began the journey back to Alliance space. The crew was eager to share their discoveries, but also wary of the potential dangers. Mara and Coral agreed to keep some of the more volatile information classified until they fully understood its implications. "We have to be responsible," Mara said. "We can't let history repeat itself." Upon their return, the Alliance leadership convened a Grand Council to hear the reports. Representatives from the MX-Dali Star Empire, the Terran Alliance, and newly allied species gathered to discuss the implications. Chuck presented the findings, emphasizing the need for cautious exploration and ethical considerations. "This technology could propel us forward, but it could also destroy us if mishandled." The Council agreed to establish a dedicated research division to study the discoveries, with strict oversight to ensure responsible use. As the new research division began its work, ethical debates arose. Some argued for rapid implementation of the new technologies to gain an edge over potential threats, while others called for restraint and thorough understanding. Captain Zara and Commander Ral advocated for a balanced approach. "We must be prudent," Zara said. "Rushing in could lead to disaster." Ral nodded. "We've seen what happens when power is misused. We need to be better." Despite the precautions, there were those within the Alliance who sought to exploit the new technologies for personal gain. A rogue scientist named Dr. Kieran began conducting unauthorized experiments, pushing the boundaries of ethical research. When his actions were discovered, it sparked a major controversy. The Alliance leadership had to act quickly to prevent a crisis. Dr. Kieran was arrested, and his research was confiscated. "We cannot tolerate such recklessness," the Emperor declared. "We must protect our people and our future." Unbeknownst to the Alliance, Dr. Kieran's experiments had attracted the attention of a malevolent entity lurking in the dark recesses of the galaxy. This entity, known as the Void Wraith, fed on energy and sought to consume all that stood in its path. The Void Wraith began to move towards Alliance space, drawn by the energy signatures of the advanced technologies. The Alliance was unaware of the impending threat, focusing instead on internal challenges. As the Void Wraith approached, Vela, the sentient AI from the ancient station, detected its presence. She immediately alerted Mara and Coral. A great danger is coming. The Void Wraith seeks to devour everything in its path. Mara and Coral brought the warning to the Alliance Council. We need to prepare, Mara said. This threat could be unlike anything we've faced before. The Council quickly mobilized the fleets and began developing strategies to counter the Void Wraith. The Alliance worked tirelessly to fortify their defenses and develop new weapons capable of combating the Void Wraith. Engineers and scientists collaborated to adapt the ancient technologies for their defense. Coral oversaw the integration of dark energy devices into their ships, while Mara coordinated fleet maneuvers and tactical training. We need to be ready for anything, she told her crew. The Void Wraith arrived, its massive form blotting out the stars. It unleashed a wave of destruction upon the outermost Alliance colonies, consuming everything in its path. The Alliance fleet engaged the Void Wraith, but their conventional weapons had little effect. Captain Zara and Commander Ral led the charge, using every tactic and strategy at their disposal. Mara and Coral, aboard Intrepid, spearheaded a daring assault using the newly developed dark energy weapons. The battle was fierce and chaotic, with both sides suffering heavy losses. In the midst of the chaos, Vela revealed a critical piece of information. The Void Wraith had a core that, if destroyed, would collapse its entire structure. Mara and Coral devised a plan to penetrate the Void Wraith's defenses and target the core. Leading a small, elite team, they navigated through the monstrous entity, facing unimaginable horrors. Their resolve never wavered as they pushed forward, determined to save their people. Reaching the core, Mara and Coral set their charges, knowing they had only moments to escape. As the Void Wraith's energy began to destabilize, they raced back to Intrepid, narrowly avoiding the explosion that followed. The destruction of the core caused a chain reaction, ripping the Void Wraith apart. The Alliance fleet watched as the malevolent entity disintegrated into nothingness. The Alliance celebrated their hard-earned victory. The threat of the Void Wraith had been vanquished, thanks to the bravery and ingenuity of Mara, Coral, and countless others who had fought valiantly. The Emperor addressed the galaxy. This victory is a testament to our unity and strength. We have faced the darkness and emerged into the light. As they mourned their losses, the Alliance also reflected on the sacrifices made. Monuments were erected to honor the fallen, and ceremonies were held to remember their bravery. Mara and Coral, now heroes of legend, were lauded for their leadership and courage. Yet they remained humble, knowing that their victory had come at a great cost. With the Void Wraith defeated, the Alliance turned its focus back to exploration and rebuilding. The knowledge gained from the ancient civilization continued to guide them, always tempered by the lessons of past. Unity Prime became a beacon of hope, symbolizing the enduring spirit of cooperation and resilience that defined the MX Dali Star Empire and the Terran Alliance. As the Alliance ventured forth into the galaxy, they faced each new challenge with confidence and determination. The bond between the MX Dali and the Terran Alliance grew stronger, and their legacy of unity inspired others to follow their example. The future was bright, filled with endless possibilities and the promise of a better tomorrow. The story of their journey, their trials, and their triumphs will be told for generations to come, a testament to the power of unity and the unbreakable spirit of exploration. As Intrepid set out on its next mission, Mara and Coral stood on the bridge, ready to face whatever lay ahead. The stars beckoned, each one a new adventure waiting to be discovered. To the unknown and beyond, Mara said, her eyes shining with excitement. Coral smiled. Together, we will conquer whatever comes our way. And so, the MX Dali Star Empire and the Terran Alliance continue their journey, forever united in their quest for knowledge, peace, and the endless possibilities of the galaxy. On one of their deep space explorations, the Intrepid intercepted a mysterious signal. The transmission was unlike anything they had encountered before, an intricate pattern of pulses and tones that seemed almost musical. Mara and Coral studied the signal, attempting to decode its meaning. This could be a distress call, a greeting, or something entirely different, Mara mused. Coral nodded. We need to find its source. The signal led them to a star system previously uncharted by the Alliance. As they approached, they discovered a lush, vibrant planet teeming with life and activity. The inhabitants, who called their world Alicia, welcomed the crew of the Intrepid with open arms. The Elysians were an advanced and harmonious society, living in perfect balance with nature. They communicated through a complex combination of speech, music, and telepathy. Elysian elder Arya shared the history of her people with Mara and Coral. We have lived in peace for millennia, avoiding conflict and seeking knowledge. Our signal was a call for understanding, hoping to connect with others who share our values. The Elysians' wisdom and technology were astonishing, particularly their understanding of energy manipulation and healing. Mara and Coral realized that a partnership with the Elysians could be incredibly beneficial for the Alliance. The crew of the Intrepid immersed themselves in Elysian culture, learning their ways and exchanging knowledge. The Elysians taught them new methods of energy generation and sustainable living. In return, Mara and her team share the Alliance's advancements in space travel and defense technologies. The mutual exchange enriched both civilizations, fostering a deep bond of friendship. As the Alliance and Alicia began to forge a closer relationship, a new threat emerged from the depths of space. The Skarn, a warlike and expansionist species, had set their sights on Alicia, coveting its resources and strategic location. The Skarn launched a surprise attack, their formidable fleet descending upon the peaceful planet with ruthless efficiency. The Elysians, unaccustomed to war, were overwhelmed. The Intrepid and its crew sprang into action, coordinating with the Elysian defense forces to mount a counteroffensive. Mara and Coral worked tirelessly to organize a defense, utilizing their combined knowledge and experience. Captain Zara and Commander Ral arrived with reinforcements from the Alliance fleet, ready to aid their new allies. "We won't let the Skarn destroy this peaceful world," Zara declared. The battle for Alicia was fierce and brutal. The Skarn forces were relentless, but the combined strength of the Alliance and Elysians proved formidable. Using the new energy manipulation techniques learned from the Elysians, the Alliance ships were able to create powerful defensive barriers and launch devastating counterattacks. Mara and Coral led a daring mission to strike at the heart of the Skarn fleet, targeting their command ship. Their bravery and strategic acumen turned the tide of the battle. In a climactic showdown, Mara and Coral infiltrated the Skarn command ship, facing off against Skarn warlord Tivir. The battle was intense, but their teamwork and determination prevailed. They managed to disable the ship's control systems, causing chaos within the Skarn fleet. With their command structure in disarray, the Skarn forces retreated, leaving Alicia victorious but scarred. In the aftermath of the battle, the Alliance and Elysians worked together to heal the wounds of war. The Elysians' advanced healing techniques helped restore the injured, while the Alliance provided resources and support for rebuilding efforts. Elder Arya expressed her gratitude. "You have shown us the strength of unity and the power of friendship. Together, we can overcome any challenge." The alliance between the MX Dali Star Empire, the Terran Alliance, and Alicia grew stronger than ever. The shared experience of defending Alicia forged an unbreakable bond, and the Elysians joined the alliance as full members, bringing their wisdom and technology to the table. The collaboration led to incredible advancements in energy, medicine, and environmental sustainability, benefiting all members of the Alliance. The newly formed Council of Elders, comprising leaders from the MX Dali Star Empire, the Terran Alliance, and Alicia, convened to discuss the future. Their goal was to ensure peace and prosperity for all member worlds, guided by the principles of cooperation and mutual respect. Chuck, now a revered elder statesman, addressed the council. "We have faced many challenges, but we have always emerged stronger. Let us continue to build a future of peace and understanding." With peace restored, the Alliance resumed its exploration efforts. The Intrepid, now equipped with Elysian technology, set out once again to chart the unknown regions of the galaxy. Mara and Coral, seasoned explorers and heroes, led the charge. Their mission was to seek out new life and civilizations, always with the goal of fostering peace and understanding. Inspired by the success of the Alliance, other civilizations began to seek membership, leading to the formation of a galactic federation. This new entity aimed to promote peace, trade, and cooperation across the galaxy, creating a unified front against any potential threats. The Galactic Federation's charter was signed on Unity Prime, symbolizing a new era of interstellar cooperation. The Galactic Federation celebrated the diversity of its member worlds, hosting cultural exchanges and festivals. The richness of each civilization's heritage was shared and appreciated, fostering a deeper sense of unity. Mara and Coral, as ambassadors of exploration, attended these events, sharing stories of their adventures and learning from others. As the Galactic Federation flourished, the legacy of the MX Dolly Star Empire, the Terran Alliance, and Alicia continued to inspire future generations. Their journey from conflict to cooperation became a guiding star for all who sought peace and understanding in the galaxy. The story of their unity, courage, and resilience was immortalized in the stars, a testament to what could be achieved when different worlds came together for a common purpose. With a galaxy at peace and the future full of promise, the crew of the Intrepid looked to the stars with hope and determination. Their journey was far from over, and the endless adventure of exploration and discovery awaited. To the stars and beyond, Mara said, standing on the bridge of the Intrepid, ready for the next great adventure. Coral smiled. Together, we will explore the infinite possibilities of the galaxy. And so, the story of the MX Dolly Star Empire, the Terran Alliance, Alicia, and the Galactic Federation continued, a shining example of unity, exploration, and the unending quest for knowledge and peace in the vast expanse of the cosmos. As the Intrepid ventured further into the galaxy, they picked up a faint, ancient signal emanating from a distant star system. The signal carried a sense of urgency and mystery, compelling Mara and Coral to investigate. This could be a message from a civilization even older than the Elysians, Coral suggested, intrigued by the possibilities. Mara agreed. We must uncover its source and its purpose. The signal led them to a star system shrouded in nebulae and cosmic dust. In the heart of the system lay a planet covered in ruins, structures and technologies unlike anything they had seen before. Landing on the planet, the crew discovered an ancient city with towering spires and intricate carvings. The city seemed to have been abandoned for millennia, yet the technology still hummed with latent energy. As they explored, they encountered holographic beings who called themselves the Gatekeepers. These entities were the remnants of a highly advanced civilization known as the Valterans, who had long since vanished from the galaxy. One gatekeeper, Archon, explained their plight. We were once the guardians of knowledge and the keepers of balance. Our downfall came from within, a catastrophic event we could not prevent. We have left our wisdom here for those who seek to learn from our mistakes. The gatekeepers guided Mara and her team through the ancient archives, revealing vast stores of knowledge on energy manipulation, interstellar travel, and the nature of the universe itself. The Valterans had unlocked secrets of existence that defied comprehension. Coral was particularly fascinated by their understanding of multidimensional travel. This could open new frontiers for exploration, he marveled. Mara, ever cautious, reminded him, we must tread carefully. Such power must be handled with the utmost responsibility. The gatekeepers reveal the cause of their downfall, a singularity event triggered by their attempts to harness the raw energy of a black hole. The experiment went awry, creating a rift in space-time that consumed their civilization. Archon's hologram flickered as he shared the final moments of the Valterans. We underestimated the forces we sought to control. Let our fate be a warning. Mara and Coral discovered that the rift created by the Valterans still existed, a swirling vortex of energy threatening to destabilize the region of space. If left unchecked, it could grow and potentially threaten the entire galaxy. We need to find a way to close it, Mara declared. We cannot allow another catastrophe. Working against the clock, the crew of the Intrepid utilized the knowledge gained from the Valterans to devise a plan to stabilize and close the rift. It required precise calculations and an enormous amount of energy. The Alliance sent reinforcements to assist, providing additional ships and resources to aid in the effort. The Elysians also contributed their expertise in energy manipulation. With everything in place, the Intrepid and the combined Alliance fleet initiated the operation. The plan involved creating a counter-energy field to neutralize the rift's instability. As the ships worked in unison, generating the necessary energy fields, the rift began to shrink. The operation was fraught with danger, as the immense forces at play threatened to tear the ships apart. In the midst of the operation, a critical failure occurred. One of the energy conduits began to overload, threatening to undo their progress. Captain Zara, aboard her ship, made the ultimate sacrifice, diverting the energy to her ship and stabilizing the field long enough for the operation to succeed. Her ship was consumed by the energy surge, but her actions ensured the rift was closed. The galaxy mourned the loss of a hero, her bravery etched into the annals of history. With the rift closed, the region of space stabilized, and the threat averted, the galaxy entered a new era of exploration and understanding. The knowledge of the Valterans was carefully studied, with a focus on using it responsibly. Mara and Coral, deeply affected by Zara's sacrifice, redoubled their efforts to ensure the safety and prosperity of the Alliance. They continued their mission, honoring her memory by exploring new frontiers with caution and respect. The Galactic Federation held a grand symposium to commemorate their victory and to share the newfound knowledge. Leaders, scientists, and explorers from across the galaxy gathered to discuss the future and how to best utilize the Valteran wisdom. Chuck, as a senior elder, gave a keynote speech. We stand on the shoulders of those who came before us, and we must ensure that their sacrifices were not in vain. Let us move forward with wisdom and unity. The Alliance established the Guardians of Knowledge, a dedicated group tasked with preserving and disseminating the wisdom of ancient civilizations. This group included representatives from the HFY Star Empire, the Terran Alliance, Alicia, and other member worlds. Mara and Coral were appointed as honorary members, their contributions recognized as pivotal to the success of the Alliance. With the Guardians of Knowledge leading the way, the Alliance embarked on new missions of exploration. They discovered new star systems, encountered diverse civilizations, and expanded their understanding of the cosmos. Each mission was approached with the lessons of the past in mind, ensuring that power and knowledge were wielded responsibly. The story of the HFY Star Empire, the Terran Alliance, and their allies continued to inspire generations. The legacy of unity, courage, and exploration was a guiding light for all who ventured into the stars. New heroes emerged, taking up the mantle of explorers and guardians, ready to face the unknown with the same spirit of adventure and responsibility that defined their predecessors. As the Intrepid prepared for its next mission, Mara and Coral stood on the bridge, gazing at the star-filled expanse before them. The galaxy was vast, and their journey was far from over. To the infinite quest, Mara said, her eyes filled with determination. Coral smiled, the excitement of discovery shining in his eyes. To the stars and beyond. And so the HFY Star Empire, the Terran Alliance, Alicia, and the Galactic Federation continue their journey, united in their quest for knowledge, peace, and the endless possibilities that awaited them in the vast expanse of the cosmos. The Intrepid received reports of a planet with an unusual composition, entirely made of crystalline structures. The scientific community was buzzing with theories, and the crew was eager to investigate. As they approached the planet, they were awed by the sight of its shimmering surface. The crystals refracted light in every color of the spectrum, creating a mesmerizing display. Upon landing, Mara and Coral discovered that the planet was inhabited by crystalline beings. These crystal guardians communicated through harmonic vibrations and light patterns. The guardians reveal that their planet, Crystallis, was a repository of ancient knowledge, with each crystal structure holding data from civilizations long gone. The crew explored the vast crystal libraries, uncovering records of forgotten civilizations and lost technologies. The Guardians, who had safeguarded this knowledge for eons, allowed the Alliance to access their archives in exchange for assistance in repairing their deteriorating environment. Mara and Coral marveled at the information contained within the crystals. This knowledge could unlock so many mysteries, Coral said, fascinated. The crystal planet faced a dire environmental crisis. The energy balance sustaining the crystalline structures was failing, causing parts of the planet to destabilize and shatter. Mara and Coral, along with the Alliance's top scientists, worked with the Crystal Guardians to develop a solution. They discovered that a rare mineral from a nearby asteroid field could stabilize the energy balance. The Intrepid led a mining operation to extract the needed mineral from the asteroid field. The mission was fraught with challenges, as the asteroids were unstable and prone to sudden shifts. Captain Zara's replacement, Captain Soren, coordinated the operation with precision. "We need to be efficient and cautious. One wrong move could cause a chain reaction," he warned. The crew successfully extracted the mineral, but not without encountering resistance from space pirates who also coveted the valuable resource. A tense standoff ensued, but the Alliance's superior strategy and technology prevailed. Returning to Crystallis with a mineral, the crew and the Guardians began the delicate process of stabilizing the planet's energy balance. The infusion of the mineral worked, and the planet began to heal. The crystalline structures regained their stability, and the environment returned to equilibrium. The Crystal Guardians expressed their deep gratitude. "You have saved our world and preserved the knowledge of countless civilizations. We are forever in your debt," the lead Guardian intoned. With Crystallis stabilized, the Crystal Guardians shared more of their vast archives with the Alliance. The data included advanced scientific theories, historical records, and cultural insights from numerous civilizations. Mara and Coral ensured that this knowledge was carefully cataloged and disseminated throughout the Galactic Federation, enhancing their understanding of the universe. Among the records, they found references to a star nexus, a point in the galaxy where multiple dimensions converged. This nexus was said to hold unimaginable power and knowledge. The Guardians warned of the dangers associated with the nexus, but also acknowledged its potential for immense benefit. Mara and Coral decided that the Intrepid should investigate this phenomenon. The path to the star nexus was treacherous, filled with gravitational anomalies and unstable space-time distortions. The Intrepid's crew prepared for the challenges ahead, knowing that the rewards could be immense. As they navigated through the hazards, the ship's systems were pushed to their limits. "Stay sharp, everyone. This is unlike anything we've faced before," Captain Soren urged. Upon reaching the nexus, the crew was awestruck by its sight, a swirling mass of energy and light, pulsating with power. The nexus was surrounded by remnants of ships and technology from various civilizations, some recognizable, others entirely alien. The crew realized that many had sought the nexus, but few had survived the journey. Mara and Coral knew they had to be cautious. Using the knowledge from Crystallis, the crew began to study the nexus. They discovered that it acted as a bridge between dimensions, offering glimpses into alternate realities and timelines. Coral theorized that the nexus could be used to access vast amounts of energy and knowledge. "This could revolutionize everything we know about the universe," he said excitedly. A mysterious figure emerged from the nexus, a being of pure energy who called themselves the Nexus Guardian. They warned the crew of the dangers of tampering with the nexus. "Many have tried to harness its power, but few have understood the consequences," the Guardian said. Mara listened intently. "We seek knowledge and understanding, not power. How can we safely study the nexus?" The Nexus Guardian proposed a test to prove the crew's intentions. They would face a series of challenges that tested their wisdom, unity, and restraint. The crew accepted, knowing that passing the test would grant them safe access to the Nexus's secrets. The first trial challenged their understanding of the universe's complexities. Mara and Coral worked together to solve intricate puzzles that required a deep knowledge of science and history. Each puzzle unlocked a piece of the Nexus's secrets, revealing more about its potential and its dangers. The second trial tested their unity. The crew faced scenarios that required absolute cooperation and trust. They navigated through simulated crises, demonstrating their ability to work together under pressure. Their success in these trials solidified their bond and proved their commitment to the Guardian. The final trial was the hardest, resisting the allure of the Nexus's power. The crew was tempted with visions of ultimate knowledge and control. They had to demonstrate their ability to prioritize the greater good over personal gain. Mara led the crew with unwavering determination, reminding them of their mission's true purpose. Having passed the trials, the Nexus Guardian granted the crew access to the Nexus's core. Here, they found a repository of knowledge and energy beyond imagination. The Guardian allowed them to take what they needed, cautioning them once more about the responsibility that came with such power. The Intrepid returned to the Galactic Federation with newfound knowledge and resources. The data from the Nexus promised to advance their understanding of the universe in ways they had never thought possible. Mara and Coral were hailed as heroes, their journey to the Nexus a testament to the spirit of exploration and wisdom. The Galactic Federation utilized the knowledge from the Nexus to enhance their technology, improve their understanding of space-time, and promote peace and prosperity. The story of the Intrepid's journey to the star Nexus became legendary, inspiring future generations of explorers. With the galaxy at peace and the Federation thriving, Mara and Coral prepared for their next mission. The universe was vast, and there were still many mysteries to uncover. Captain Soren addressed the crew. "Our journey continues, to new horizons and endless possibilities." As the Intrepid set off on its new mission, the crew looked to the stars with hope and anticipation. They knew that their quest for knowledge and understanding would never end. "To the stars and beyond," Mara said, echoing the words that had guided them through so many adventures. And so, the legacy of the HFY Star Empire, the Terran Alliance, Alicia, and the Galactic Federation continued, their spirit of exploration and unity lighting the way for all who followed.